this video, we're going to compose a simple tattoo of a map of Africa with an animal inside. So let's have a look at, I just opened Google on some Google Images, and what I was looking for was a nice picture of a leopard with a bit of a side view. So I didn't want straight on views. So this one here looks really nice. So that is the picture that I've chosen. Okay, so then just simply doing a right mouse click and copy image. Okay, then opening Image Composer, and anywhere inside Image Composer, right mouse click and paste. Or if you're familiar with Control C for copy and Control V for paste. Okay, so once you have the picture of the leopard, the next thing we need is a map of Africa. So we'll just do a very basic Google search here, and I will put Africa. Oops, let's try for spelling correctly. That'll make all the difference. And clip art, and let's have a look. And under images, so we'll click on images, and what do we have? We have something like this, maybe this one over here. Okay, so here's my map of Africa, including Madagascar, and I'm going to right mouse click on it and say copy image, and then go across the Image Composer and right mouse click and paste. Okay, so now we have two images. We have the map of Africa and we have a leopard. Okay, using these two, I'm going to get a cutout tool. So here in the top corner of the screen, the third one down is the cutout tool, and on here we have some various settings. We can cut out different shapes. But in this particular case, I'm going to use this tab here, which is Select Color Region. Sorry about those. Hold on, they'll disappear in a minute. There we go. So I'm going to click on Select Color Region, and we will have this tool over here. Now these settings can all be adjusted. I normally have this hue at 50%, whiteness on 90%, and blackness on about 10. Hard is always selected, and you can vary between global and local. Local means only the area where I've clicked. So if I was to use local on Africa, then I would not select Madagascar. If I have global, then when I click on Africa, Madagascar will be selected as well. So let me grab my magic wand, bring it over Africa, and I will click on Africa, and you'll see, oops, oh dear. Okay, so what Image Composer is telling me is that you're trying to select over here, but you'll see that I have the leopard selected. So it says it's out of range. So I'm just going to select the Africa and do my cutout, color region, and I'm going to click on Africa, and you'll see straight away Madagascar was also selected. So single click, the whole of Africa is selected and Madagascar. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the erase tool. So I'm not going to use cutout, I'm going to use erase. So click erase, and it makes a hole inside of this piece of paper in the shape of Africa and Madagascar. So now, due to the shape of the leopard, I don't want to lose the nose. Africa has got this bump here on the inside, and if I was to put the leopard inside here, I could get the paw really nicely, but the problem is the leopard's mouth is going to be cut off. So what I'm going to do firstly is I'm going to cut out a piece of the leopard. So cutout tool, I'm going to choose a square cutout, and I'm just going to grab a square like that, cutout, and we make a duplicate copy of the leopard. Okay, so I'm just going to hit the delete key to get rid of the original, and I'm going to put this onto my Africa. But before I do that, I'm going to flip it over. So here at the top, you have arrange, and then flip, horizontal, and then it will flip over. Once you've done that, I can right mouse click and send to back. That will put this image behind Africa. Okay, so I've still got it selected. You can still see the selection bar on the picture, but it's behind the map of Africa. So now I can drag it, find a good spot around about there, and I can click and drag the leopard to make it a bit bigger. Okay, when you do clicking and dragging, it's very important that your click and drag, you hold the shift key down. If you don't hold the shift key down, then the image will distort. So pressing the shift, grabbing the corner and pull, and there we go. Okay, so something like that. It's not absolutely ideal. It's quite nice, but I love doing the whiskers. So you'll notice the whiskers are being cut off. There's not much way around it with a leopard. Okay, but still I think it looks pretty good. Okay, so we're still not there yet. Okay, so what you do is you click anywhere on the background area and drag your mouse and pull a square, and then release, and that will select the background and the foreground, which is the cutout of Africa. I'll right mouse click and select flatten selection. It will say, are you sure? And yes, I am. So now these two things are glued together. And now that I've done that, I'm going to select the cutout tool again, the square cutout tool. I'm going to click in the corner, drag to the opposite corner, and say cutout, which will make a duplicate. And I'm now going to have the map of Africa like that, and the original I will delete. So now I have a flattened picture. Before you would save this picture, you're going to go here to View, Fit Composition Space to Selection, so third one down, and there the image is ready. And then you would go File and Save. Okay, and name it perhaps Leopard in Africa. So there we go. Hopefully these few tools you found to be helpful. And let's just have a look at it a little bit bigger. And there, just in a few seconds, you can create a very nice looking tattoo. All right, to help you further in doing photorealistic type work, it's a good idea to make it black and gray. Okay, so we'll cover that in a separate video.